Welcome back, My Father's Business. This is a message to all the women, for all the women out there. That's my final message. And I just want to start off by saying, I love y'all, the Most High, Yahshua, you know what I'm saying? Most High Yahuwah, he love y'all, Yahshua, love y'all, and it's a lot of men out there, that try to deceive and lead astray women. I'm talking about our leaders and also just men in general. Men ain't perfect, ain't nobody perfect. But to women, I just want y'all to understand that, Eve, was deceived. Eve was deceived. Adam was basically deceived through the women. You know what I'm saying? So we need y'all women to be strong and not be deceived, because Satan the devil went to Eve and not Adam. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that Adam already knew, not to do it. But he also knew that it was a chance that he can come through the women and get to the man and deceive him. So I wanted to start there. I wanted to go all the way back to the beginning. Y'all know how I do. I like to go all the way back to the beginning, because you have to understand the beginning to understand the end. And I want y'all to realize that women was, I want to say, the church, whatever you want to call the church, because y'all was well known to bring people together, women, the kids, and that was an important factor when it came to the knowledge of the truth and, the word, right? And the spreading of the word. Now, men are leaders, and I do understand that men are leaders, so women cannot necessarily teach men, you know what I mean? But in this day and time, we need y'all women sometimes to help the men and teach them, not overstep their authority, you know what I'm saying? But, always lead by example. One thing that I do want to say is that I believe that Yahshua did have a wife, on this earth, and she was Mary Magdalene, you know what I mean? And I believe that, even though she was a whore, and she was looked down upon, she believed. And after he expelled those demons out of her, right? The legion of demons he expelled out of her. She followed him. She followed him, and she was at his feet, and, he loved her. So I believe that, I think that the spirit of truth has revealed that to me in many ways. Like, everybody that you see, biblically speaking, had a wife. You know what I'm saying? So why shouldn't he have a wife? Oh, he ain't got a wife because he would have been defiled by women. Well, not all women are defiled. With that, that's where I kind of just wanted to lead off this video and let y'all know, that, y'all are a big part of this movement of the gathering, you know what I'm saying, of spreading the word, all of it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are leaders, you know, and y'all are well respected and loved by me. And I just wanted to jump into some scripture though, but I'm not going to be in your normal 66 books. I'm going to be in the book of Enoch because I want y'all to see how things started at the beginning. You know, in order to understand the end, we have to understand the beginning. And this is what it was, you know what I'm saying? And let me go ahead and start off in the book of Enoch, chapter 6. And we start off with verse 1 and 2, I think. And I'm going to go down. And let's start there. And it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied that in those days were born to them beautiful and fair daughters, right? And the angels, the sons of heaven, saw and lusted after them and said to one another, come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, right? And we're going to scroll down to 5, though. We don't really need to read on. We'll scroll down to chapter 5. Chapter 6. 7. Chapter 7. Book of Enoch, chapter 7. So from those scriptures right there, we can see that y'all women are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all beautiful. And all of y'all, you know, I ain't never seen an ugly woman. I can tell you that. I've seen some funny built shaped ones, but besides that, I can find the beauty in all women. But, you know, as we can see, the angels lusted after y'all too. You know, as men, you know, we're going to be weak too and lust after y'all too. But the women, the angels lusted after y'all, and that's how they fell. Originally, the angels fell because of y'all. You know what I mean? So y'all play a big part in this end times and end days and everything that's going on. And that's where we're going to start at. And let's go on ahead and keep reading a little bit more of the book of Enoch, chapter 7. And we'll start off at verse 1. And all of them together went and took wives from themselves, each choosing one for himself. And they began to go into them and defile themselves with sex with them. Okay? So angels can have sex with women. So I want y'all women to be aware that you might be having sex with the angels, okay? You might be having sex with fallen angels. Be aware. Let's keep going. And the angels taught them charms and spells and the cutting of roots and made them acquainted with plants, okay? So I want y'all to know that the angels taught y'all, okay, women, charms and spells, okay? They did that for a reason. Charms and spells, okay? And they also, let's keep going. I'm going to see if it's still in the scripture or not. Let's keep going. And the women became pregnant and they bare large giants whose height was 3,000 cubits, okay? I think that's where I want to stop at. But also, I don't know what scripture it is. Let's see. The beautifying of the eyelids, right? And the coloring of the dyes, okay? But the main reason why I wanted to go here with y'all women is because I want y'all to know that they taught y'all these things, right? The charms and spells and how to get to beautify yourself for a reason, you know, the braiding of hair is a certain spell, you know what I'm saying? It's all right here in the Apocrypha in different books. But I just want y'all to kind of just be aware, of like your way of moving too. Because you might not know, oh, me looking pretty and getting my eyelids done, getting my putting makeup on. Like makeup was all taught, all of this was taught by the fallen angel. So it's forbidden knowledge, really. And we not supposed to know, y'all not supposed to know how to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, like jewelry and stuff, like, okay, that's one thing. And y'all always will be set apart as far as men and women. You know what I'm saying? It's no like your hair, like certain things that women got that make y'all beautiful, your breast, you know what I'm saying, your shape, y'all are always more petite than men. I'm talking about naturally, naturally the way it's supposed to be. But the way you dress, you know, just kind of be aware of that if you are a woman of the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? If you were, you trying to follow Yahshua, you know what I mean? You trying to get to this kingdom, and it's hard these days because we don't have the knowledge, right? These videos I just put out, you know what I'm saying, about my people um die, for lack of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So, don't want y'all women out there to be deceived, to be a fool and do foolish stuff like eat the apple, and it was just a simple question. He didn't force you to do it, a simple question. God really tell you that you're gonna die after you eat this fruit, with a question, you know what I mean? So it's always that question. But the spirit of truth will guide you, you know what I mean? And if you get you a true follower of Yahshua, then he should lead you to all of this truth and all of the facts that's written down in books, you know what I mean? For us, forbidden books. We can go to the 66. The 66 got a lot that I went over. But I just wanted to kind of branch off with y'all for a little minute, in in the Apocrypha, in just a different avenue, because I know that just a lot of people have never seen the Apocrypha. I never heard different aspects of how women are supposed to be, and or how they're supposed to move, dress, you know what I mean, be appropriate followers of Yahshua, you know what I mean, and the Most High Yah, you know what I mean, the Most High Yahuwah. So just with that said, I want to just let y'all know that, that so y'all can see that, I'm different from your mainstream religion, or your teacher, pastor, whatever. I got the Rahakadas, the spirit of truth, that's leading me and to tell y'all these messages. You know what I'm saying? And it's a message of love. Nobody's judging. You got your head covered, you don't got your head covered. Shoot, I don't know if you praying all day or if you prophesying. I don't know. But I know that if me and you are talking about the Most High Yah and you giving prophecy or something over camera, or you're giving prophecy and you just saying something like that, well, then you're supposed to have your head covered. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Other than that, like, it ain't no, you gotta have your head covered, whole face covered. You gotta shut up, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, it's an appropriate time to speak. Like if somebody's trying to teach you something, well, if that ain't your husband, you should go back and ask your husband. Now, if your husband ain't in the truth, and you know what I'm saying, a true follower of Yahshua and trying to do his will, well, that's kind of, it's kind of unevenly yoked there. But you know what I'm saying, by your actions, you might could save them. So you might have to ask somebody that's not your husband about the truth or whatever. But you know, it's best to just take everything up with the Most High Yah, go in prayer, and He gonna guide you. And but it might be a time when you got to leave that man. You know what I'm saying? Because we get into the end and gathering. You know, and you can't just stay with him if he gonna be getting destroyed along with the world. So it might be time for you to come out now. Come out now. Might be that time. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, take it all up with the Most High, and He'll guide you in all truth. You know. But like I said, you know, women, don't be deceived in these last days as the weaker vessel. And you know, don't deceive nobody as well with your beauty, your looks, you know what I'm saying, your charms, your certain things that you do, uh, like getting your hair braided, putting makeup on in certain ways will draw a man in, you know what I'm saying, to where, you know, to lusting. I know men supposed to have self-control, but women can, you know, the things you wear, you know what I'm saying, like short skirts and stuff. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? I can see everything. Butt cheeks, the print, you know, you practically walking around naked. That's not good for us men that's out here just trying to do y'all's will. We still men, you know what I'm saying? Men under Yahuwah, which means what? We love women, right? We love women. So of course we want women, you know. I know I do anyway. But first and foremost, I love Yahuwah with all my heart, all my mind, and all my soul. So He comes before anything. And that should be as you as well, women. Most High Yah should be first, number one. And, you know, that's pretty much it. That's my final message to y'all. You know, that's my final message. I'm wrapping it up. You know, my videos, you know, of me being showing my face anyway like this and breaking everything down. I done did it. You know, if you ain't been watching the videos, go back. You know, go back, start watching some of them. I did a lot of them for y'all women, because that's not what your normal teacher, pastor, leader, religion, whatever is not going to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna speak the truth. Bring it all back to the word, and you take it and you go do your own research and take it up with the Most High Yah, you know, and that's it, you know. But you know, women are teachers, but there are certain ways that y'all should teach, and y'all shouldn't really necessarily be teachers of a congregation. You know what I mean? Because that's like stepping over men. You know what I'm saying? Oh, men are always leaders as a chain of command. You got Yahuwah at the top, Yahshua right under him. Then you got the men under Yahshua, right? And then you got the women, and then you got the kids. So that's the chain of command. But anyway, with that said, man, I love y'all. I'll be praying for y'all. Let's go look at this picture one more time. Look like they praying. I'm gonna be praying for all y'all women out there. This is a message for y'all. You know, my final message, you know. And I'll be seeing y'all on the next one. Peace.
This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Dad, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Dad, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry.
I have no words for my spiritual journey, asking God to transform me. Metamorphosis. Now I'm recording all of my stories, maybe my testimony. All better, I'll wait for you to get to know me. If I said it, I meant that. Manifestation, all odds against it. Finally got on probation, went on vacation, came back taken. I was just playing while you hating. That's motivation, I'm just saying.
This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Dad, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry.
I'm just trying to live. They waiting on me to fail. Say they care, but I can't tell. Stuck in hell. I do what I gotta do. Oh well. Lost 100 pounds before I came out that cell. I bounced right back. It won't no chill. I keep it moving. Can't stay still. ADHD for real. Since I was little. Pop a pill. I'm sick. I'm ill. Can't calm down. Whole life turn upside down. What's God's plan? Can't understand, but can't complain.
This is my walk with God. I walk with God, one foot in front of the other, following Jesus' footprints. I walk with God. This is my walk with God. Dad, but I still live. I'm a witness. This is my walk with God. I walk with God, our Father's business. Welcome to the ministry.